Welcome to Mr. Bacon Pants Plays the Games. Today we are playing Wings of Glory. This game came out in 2004, so it's been a very old game. I don't think there's ever been a digital adaptation done of this game, so this may be the first time. I'm not quite sure. Since it is an old game, maybe there was other ones out there. But this came out around the same time as Everdale, which is another game from Dire Wolf Games, and this one is another one. They kind of came out around the same time, so I'm not sure if they had multiple teams working on this, and it's very rare that they would come out with games like that back to back. But I'm pretty excited about it. I love more digital board games, and this one is a really cool one. It's one that I've been wanting to try out for quite some time since it has been so old. A lot of people have been talking about it, over the years, especially since there was actually other themes kind of pasted onto this game system. One being Star Wars by Fantasy Flight Games, and another one being Dungeons and Dragons from WizKids. The WizKids one was you're basically controlling dragons flying around the board instead of airplanes. But really, this is a miniature game. It's about creating dog fights from World War I and World War II. And it's fairly simple. It's kind of an easy game system, but it can get very complex very quickly. So if we kind of go and show you the settings, so very great settings panel here has a lot of great options. But if you go to the rules, as you can see, there are basic rules of play. There's a planning phase and an action phase. So during your planning phase, you're kind of playing the maneuvers of your plane. And then the action phase, those maneuvers will play out in real time with the opponent. And then there's a couple different damage types that kind of change how the game plays. There's altitude. Ace pilots can change how the game is played. There's ground weapons or ground units, different scenarios. All kinds of things can go on in this game. But at the end of the day, it is a miniatures game, and the way that the game is kind of performed, or the mechanics of the game, is it's card driven. And so let's just kind of go ahead and get into the game. I do want to call out that the tutorial does a great job teaching you the basics of the game. So if this is your first miniatures game, don't worry, the tutorial has you covered, and there's also online play. Local play, we have challenges, which is, again, a staple of Dire Wolf Games. Pretty much every single digital adaptation that they come out with, they always have this single player's challenge mode, and I love it. It allows me to kind of explore a game and kind of get into the mechanics of the game without having to bore a real human opponent. As I try out new strategies, the challenge mode kind of gives that to me. Each challenge mode kind of changes the rules a little bit, kind of tweaks the thing, so you can kind of, play through these easy mode through, and then into hard mode, and it kind of just gives you something to do on your own. So I do love Dire Wolf doing these for almost every single game they ever put out. But we're going to do a solo challenge. We're going to do a classic dogfight, like I said before. Here's the different game modes, but we'll just do a classic dogfight again, because the purpose of this video is kind of like a first time playthrough, let you guys see how this game plays, seeing if it's something that you want to download yourself and play. So again, like most miniature games, a lot of different settings that you can kind of tweak, a lot of different modules that you can kind of plug in and take away. We're gonna do the defaults. This is the default. And then we're also, since I don't really know this game well enough to kind of pick planes and pick pilot aces, we're going to kind of let the computer kind of pick it. But this is a battle point system. So, you can pick this really decked out plane, but it's going to take 129 points. So it's going to take all of my points. Or, maybe I can pick some of these cheaper planes and then be able to pick a better pilot ace. So you kind of have to balance that out. Or do I want to do multiple planes? That's something to think about there. But since I'm not very good at this game or understand it well enough to pick a balanced team, let's just let it be random and see what happens. Again, here's that Dire Wolf polish. I got a white plane versus a red plane. Interesting. It looks like the graphics didn't load in, the texture. So this is my plane. Again, I'm not a really great war buff, so I don't know anything about these planes or the pilots that they're maybe based off of. But anyway, my guy has this perfect aim. This ace may choose to deal 1 additional damage point when their attack inflicts damage. A 0 damage card still inflicts 0 damage, and recovery rounds is 3. So essentially, I got to kill this other plane. So it's a 1v1 dog fight. We're doing an honor battle. And it looks like they have perfect aim as well. Okay. So right now we have to assign our maneuvers. So each plane has a different set of cards and a different count of each maneuver. So like each plane does play a little bit different, has strengths and weaknesses. So it's kind of cool, kind of fun. I've been playing this a few times now, trying to understand it. I am not that great. So they're there. I normally like to just, the first thing I like to do is just kind of turn. But maybe I'll play this. So I'm going to kind of go over here. Then I might turn this way and then turn that way to kind of get in position. My goal is to try to get behind this guy or strafe them, like get beside him. I want to shoot him. I don't want him to shoot me. So let's go ahead and go. We'll play out our moves. So both people's moves will kind of play out at the same time. So they kind of clipped me there, did 3 damage. Oh no. See, I'm not very good at this game. They are going to get behind me. So I think I'm going to have to very aggressively, I think I'm just going to try to aggressively turn. So I'm going to go near, near, near. Okay. Sorry for the plain sound effects. I think I'm in trouble. Okay, good. I got around. I think my plane doesn't turn as sharp. All right, let's get behind the plane. It kind of helps me understand the positioning of my plane. I like to change the cameras from behind. So I think I might be okay doing this again. Let's see what happens. No! Okay, so the red plane is definitely way more maneuverable. I can't do that. All right, so I got to go straight. So if I go, yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'll go straight, I'll turn around, and then go straight again. Now, I'm not sure the elevation. So there is altitude in this game. I don't know if we're going to collide. But I'm going to do that again. I think, wait, what does this do? Oh, yeah, so I do gain 1 climb. So I think I am above them. Okay, this is actually good positioning. So now if I get behind him, I'm definitely going to want to turn sharp. And then maybe stall. There we go. We're shooting each other. Yes. All right, so I got their engines on fire. They're in trouble now. Okay, let's get back behind my guy. So I'm thinking I want to go straight, turn around, straight, or turn this way. Yeah, I think I'm going to turn this way. My plane is so clunky. Okay, yes. I know I'm close to out of bounds. All right, so I'm gonna turn again. All right, let's see how this works. Okay, so the computer's still doing their move. No! I should have turned one more time. And I'm dead. Just like real life, war is painful. Man, I even had them on fire. All right, so yeah, that is the game. So I mean, don't be like, oh, is that it? Is that the whole game? Well, it can be, but yeah, this is a miniatures game. So I mean, I could load that up with multiple planes. Like I said, there's different scenarios. There's bombing runs. There's bullets in the mud, reconnaissance. So like even in a dogfight, I don't have to do random loadouts, and I can seriously just add in, a bunch of planes, if I have enough points, So, um, I could add in one more, so I could do the big guy, add the plane, So now I'm at 311 points used, and then, maybe have a random loadout. So now I have. I'm not gonna play through this whole game. I just want to show you that like the computer will probably have a bunch of different planes as well, and that's where it kind of gets a little crazy, is trying to manage all these planes, and each one is different. So this plane is probably one I shouldn't have picked for a dogfight. Very slow and cumbersome. Probably a bomber is what this is. So everyone who's like in the planes is like, oh, why would you pick a bomber for a dogfight? Well, I don't know about planes. I'm sorry. And then this one's like obviously very maneuverable, as you can tell. A lot of things going on here. And then this one is, I think, the last plane that I played. So pretty cool there. You really can't get any details on your opponent's plane. So I think this is one of those games where like knowing the planes really does help you, because you can kind of anticipate on what they're going to do in the air. But yeah, so like I said, like I did a 1v1, very simple, very quick to play, but you could also go as many as 3 to 4, however many planes you want to use. It's really up to you, to kind of build your own scenarios. The rules are here, which I feel is great, just because, there's a lot of times, especially in a game like this, when, what did it mean when my engine was on fire? Well, I can kind of look here and see what's going on with my engine damage. Are the planes going to collide? Well, I can look here and see what, how altitude is, how altitude works in the game. And then here's this whole section on collisions. Like I said, for being a simple game mechanically, it's a very complex game. The mechanics are simple, very easy. I think that's why this game has been, this system has been used in multiple themes. It's just because it is kind of fun, kind of exciting, very simple. But yeah, who doesn't like dogfights? Everyone loves dogfights. But anyway, this is Wings of Glory, so this does look like something you should check out. Please download it. It is on Steam, iOS, and Android. Right now I am playing the Steam version, but the digital version for the mobile apps plays exactly the same. Maybe things are just a little bit smaller, so maybe if you're low vision, you want to play it on desktop. But anyway, thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe if you want to check out more new games as they come out. This is kind of the digital game renaissance right now. I feel like there's a lot of great digital adaptations being released, and so stay tuned, and I will tell you if they're worth it or not. All right, see ya.